Hey everybody, it's Amy Warden with Great Cake Soapworks, and today I am going to be making a pumpkin lager soap. It has been inspired by Brambleberry's fragrance, pumpkin lager, and I went to my local liquor store and picked up some pumpkin beer to put in the soap. I'm also going to be adding just some regular pumpkin puree. And to prep the beer before I added the lye, I put it in a saucepan and brought it to a boil on the stove to kind of cook off some of that alcohol. And then I put it in my lye pitcher and just put it in the fridge overnight so that it would be really cold. And then I added my lye, and I didn't have any problems at all. Now, it still smells really stinky when you add lye to beer, but at least it's a lot more safe that way. So I have all that prepped and ready to go, and I am ready to make this soap. Okay, I am doing a big batch of this pumpkin lager soap. It's going to be 24 bars. So I divided my soap batch, and 2/3 of it I am using the beer lye solution for the bottom portion, and then the top portion is just going to be a regular lye and water so that I can make some foam, or what will mimic the foam of the beer. I already have my fragrance in with the oils before I put the lye solution in there, by the way. And this is going to set up fairly quickly, I think, just because the beer usually does. So I'm going to go ahead and add a couple ounces of pumpkin. Well, that was a really decent amount of working time. I'm impressed. And if you're wondering what this smells like, it smells nothing like the beer that I used for the lye solution. It smells more like pumpkin, and it almost has kind of a buttery scent to it. It is not one of those spicy pumpkin scents. So if you're looking for something that's not so spicy, this is an awesome fragrance for that. But I do believe that it discolors to a pretty dark brown. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to divide this soap batch. And I can see little specks from the pumpkin. But I think I got it all mixed in. This should set up nicely before I get the white soap on top, so I'm just going to set it aside. All set to make the white now. I'm using a concentrated lye solution, and I'm going to mix this in. I added just a tiny bit of the fragrance, and I'm also going to add a good amount of titanium dioxide. I'm just looking for some extra texture in this white soap. So I'll show you a couple tricks I'm going to try. So adding air bubbles is definitely one thing that I do want to do for this soap, and I also want it to get set up quite a bit so I can texturize the top. So I'm just going to keep mixing and hopefully get a few more air bubbles in here, which is odd, I know, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, my other tool that I have here is my stick blender with the whisk attached. And I'm just going to add a little bit more water to the soap and whisk it in. Okay, this looks like a good texture. I think I'm ready to spoon it on top of the soap. You know what this reminds me of so far is butterscotch pudding. The color, the scent, all of it. It really does remind me of butterscotch pudding. All right, this is the texture I'm going for. Just so you can see that. I have one last thing I'm going to do, and that is sprinkle some ground nutmeg over the top. I'm going to spray it with a little rubbing alcohol and then cover it up, and we'll see what it looks like tomorrow.